you should always, always, always start the reading material 52 minutes before the live show. I love Casually Comics, as I will always rant. One, Sasha is amazing, but I did not read this because I was like, oh, it's a month away, and then I was like, oh crap, it's in 52 minutes. I will read this now. So, no idea what this is, but that's very interesting cover. I don't know if I'm just super like dyslexic and old, and this is just terrible, but this is the first Elseworld story, so it's introducing you. And other than this terrible print, it does say it makes characters that are as familiar as yesterday as fresh as tomorrow, which is a pretty clever tag. I will give it to you, 1992. If you dislike gargoyles, take a look at these children's heads. What the heck? So I want you to get the full picture. So this is an alternate timeline in which Batman's parents were killed in the 1600s by Joseph Chill, where it's an American Commonwealth and Cromwell is the leader. I think this is Cromwell. Look how foreboding he is. That wig, that reflection, that so very large nose. It's like, I suppose it would be unforgiving, was Bruce's line to whether he knew the murderer. This 10-year-old child is speaking like, I don't know, some dramatic soliloquy. Oh my goodness. New Amsterdam, and it's like highlighted too. It's so self-indulgent. My goodness. When it was talking about the things, it's like, some realities that might exist, some that could, and some that shouldn't. I'm leading that, like, a Puritan version of Batman in an Anglified American one, with every stereotype is one that shouldn't exist, especially one that spawned Elseworlds. My goodness. I'm going to revel Lond into the close of Jim Gordon. I also love that it's Jim Gordon, not James Gordon, and Barbara and Bruce. Like, they all have the same names, even though it's Mirrodin's. It's Temperance, isn't it? That should be the thing. That should really, really be the thing. Why are their names still Barbara and Jim? Look at the hair. Look at the hair. Okay, there is so much to unpack here. First of all, apparently they also have news technology, so they're rocking these hairstyles in the modern one. Also, we have Manifest Destiny in the Hemisphere, which wow. And then we have closer to home, millionaire industrialist Oliver Queen, tried and convicted of sedation for his convert support of such underground Jewish. And I was like, oh great, yeah, like Oliver Queen is a very known, well, like more left-wing, like humanitarian person. Pornographers such as Isaac Singer was executed this morning. I don't know if Isaac Singer is someone in the comics. I don't know. I just thought that they needed to mention, that Green Arrow was supporting Jewish pornographers. This is the most bizarre thing ever. I'm so confused. I spoke too soon, okay? I didn't read the rest of the panel. There's too much. So, not only do we have re-educational programs, yikes. This is also a very math heavy, so I'm glad, I think that they have modern technology so that they can do math, because landowners have plural votes. We don't know how many plural, I guess, on their economic stage. But for the first time, women get one vote, and people of color or non-white people get it based on their economic status, but not to exceed 75%. My goodness. Also, I guess that is representative of, how people might have equal equality, but they don't necessarily have equal equity. But I don't know. Yeah. There's just a lot of, like, information in it. I'm not sure exactly what this is trying to analyze, but especially since, the United States and, well, even, countries around the world aren't exactly fair to a lot of women or people of color. But this is making political commentary left, right, and center. Jewish pornography and the voting system divided by math, and re-education camps and Manifest Destiny in the Northern Hemisphere. This is a lot. My goodness. Also, there's a Queen of Guyana. There's a lot going on here. So. This was supposed to be a very important scene because, Commissioner Gordon in this version trained him and adapted him, but he wants to go and become a priest. And he's like, okay, but before you become a priest, I have to let you know that the prison released Joe Chill to specifically kill him because your parents weren't so aligned with the Puritan thing. And hands him, it's all on this disc. Okay, is it just me, or is this blocking specifically supposed to make him look naked? And then you have down here when he's just like, very, very angry Bruce. He's like, you're just allaying your own guilt. But then we have him standing here, and he just looks like he's so very naked. I'm sorry, Bruce. And part of me was like, okay, this is a really emotional scene. But part of me was like, also, are they just having this casual thing about his, like, dead parents as he just stands here stark naked? Yeah. Unnecessary commentary, but alas. So this is terrible writing for me. I had to read it like 3 times to understand it because, again, dyslexic and terribly, like, very bold print. But warning about gross violence, I was like, oh my goodness. So they took conversion therapy to a whole new level where they are doing electroshock therapy on genitalia. I think that this is Martha and Thomas Wayne, and that they might have decided that they were like, we're not okay with torturing people because they are queer, and then might have killed them, or that's why they killed them. Is what I'm saying. I don't know. Sasha's live stream is coming, so I did not go through all of this because, my goodness, I was ranting. However, we'll come back because I'm enjoying this ridiculous deep dive. So it has this reveal that, like, you know, the greatest hope, which I know is the greatest hope, is Green Man, which is a Superman who has spent his entire life with kryptonite in him. And it's just like such Christ symbolism here, but also like just a radio covering his junk, which is just very dramatic. It's a lot of a lot. A threat to it. The greatest hope.
In the immortal words of Dick Grayson, holy Batman, Batman.
Who will risk arrest and execution to build in the weapons I need in my jihad.
Holy cultural appropriation, Batman.
This is a world where being different is the greatest crime.
In a world
where respectability hides terrible secrets.
where great power breeds great respectability.
Where vengeance may be the only choice a man has. Batman. Holy terror.
Holy terror, Batman!